actually looking for, when I raised this question with Minister McEntee, I know you were away on government business at the time, and following up from the Taoiseach's announcement of Ireland's Global Footprint 2025, she said to me, when the Taoiseach speaks about doubling our footprint, that does not necessarily mean doubling the numbers of offices or doubling the budget. So doubling doesn't mean doubling, according to your junior minister. I want to know what it does mean, and what I'd really like to know is what criteria we're using to decide upon the opening of new embassies and consulates. And just to put on the record, by the way, my party and I very much welcome the announcement of the 6 new offices to open, the additional budget allocation, but we'd actually like to know that it's not just being drawn up or being done at a whim of the Taoiseach when he decides he wants to make an announcement. I would really like to see a detailed plan as to where we're going next and what the rationale we're using for our new markets to capitalise with business on new opportunities that are out there, with our diaspora indeed, but also in a post-Brexit world, diversification is even now more important.
Ministers, 1 minute.
Yeah, no, well, Helen McEntee, Minister McEntee was correct. Doubling our international footprint is not just about doubling the number of embassies or consulates, although we will see a lot more embassies and consulates. It's also about working with other state agencies, from Enterprise Ireland, the IDA, Bord Bia, Tourism Ireland. It's about doubling the presence of Ireland internationally. And that is why we need, and we have, a steering group with all of these agencies on them. That's why it's being managed by the Department of Taoiseach, although my department has a big role in it. But in terms of new embassies and consulates, it will be my department that will come forward with the suggestions as to where we should open. The reason why we're opening in Chile and Colombia is that both of those countries have trade agreements with the EU. We have an underrepresentation in Latin America, quite a dramatic underrepresentation. The reason why we're opening in Western Canada is because we have a trade agreement with Canada. The reason why we're going to be opening a new Ireland House in Tokyo is because we have a trade agreement with Japan. And the reason why we're opening a new Ireland House in Mumbai is because that's the commercial capital of a huge market in India. So we have done a lot of the necessary pre-work before making commitments. And we'll continue to do that as we go. But I think you will have a much clearer picture by the end of the year as to what this will look like.
Final and supplementary.
Yeah, just to say, Minister, this morning you made reference to the conference that was held about this delivering sustainable growth and showing where we're targeting new trade, and there are very specific figures that are given there. 80% growth in indigenous export growth. Agri-food to increase to 19 billion by 2025. All of those things are really welcome. But in relation to this aspect of it, which is about our physical presence in other countries, there's no plan. Now, what I really want to know is, what research has taken place and what is our mechanisms for putting that research together to actually making those decisions. Are you planning any further announcements in the short term to open additional embassies or consulates or indeed Enterprise Ireland offices? So really it's trying to get under the bonnet on this to actually see where are we targeting, what is next and what rationale we're using. Because with all due respect to the department, and they're a good department as well, all other parties and members will have a view as to where we should be increasing our global footprint. But just having it announced by government and us post facto dealing with it, I don't think is the ideal way of doing it.
Thank you.